Today we're currently on the ground at Stavangeer Solar Airport, putting our wing through a nearby parked aircraft. Anyway, if you give me just 2 seconds, I'll be getting us underway. We'll be flying tonight is the Nordic Stream night. Actually, I do need to change the stream title. I can do that right now, whilst we're waiting for the aircraft not to catch fire, hopefully. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Brownies on and all that. So is there a way I can just shut it down immediately? Plainly and simply, no there isn't. Right. So what we'll do is we'll just edit. Norfolk flying, Nordic flying, playing Microsoft FSX acceleration pack. Sweet, let's go. Okay then guys, so as I say, welcome aboard. For those of you just joining, we are just going to swing y'all over into FSX. Oops, not vlogs, definitely not vlogs, FSX, there we go. So guys, welcome aboard. I'll just turn the audio on. That's probably, I mean, you guys don't get the audio again, but I've got a little bit of audio now. Okay, what I can do is just release the parking brake. We're going to fly this offline. I'm going to quickly get my flight planner in, and I'm just going to get us to go from Stavangeer Solar to Bergen in Norway, which is just Friesland, ENBR basically. VOR nav. So it's the STD VOR on. Let's just quickly get a notepad up. Word, it's taking for ages. Unprofessional looking stream. Bada boom. Bada beam, bada boom. Okay, I'm just going to put the nav log up. Because I'm going to actually, we'll file this on VATS and we'll just go with it. I'm not sure what we're like for ATC in the area, so. On 351. And then it's the Friesland VOR on a frequency of 11450. On a 352. Total distance is 158 kilometers, so it shouldn't take us. This flight should take about 45 minutes. Okay, I'm just okay everything. We should be cruising at about 5,000 feet. VFR. No, I don't want the aircraft moved. And then going to open up VPilot. 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 Da 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 da. Anyway, so this is the SIB wings, Antonov AN2 COLT is the NATO identifier. And we'll be going as Silver 1, I think, today. Connecting. It's rather bad that the last flight I ever did on VATSIM was the but yeah, no controls in our area. No traffic either, so we can go now. We've just got the external view. And there we go, that's parked aircraft. Let me just move ourselves forward and off. Okay, so apparently the only way to steer this is just to make constant brake applications and use diff braking. I mean, to answer your question, we are flying from Stavangeer by Aerosoft. There's the main airport over there. We took off from the GA apron because technically this is a GA aircraft. I'm probably going to end up cooking the engine if I'm not careful. Because I know I have flown this aircraft once before. This is only my second flight on type. And I know I set fire to the engine, had to make an emergency landing. And what I can do now is just apply the parking brake. Oops, we were rolling a bit there. And now find the nav radios. Or the radios in general. 135.9, that's comms, I think. Anything up here? Okay, we'll just find a heading of 352 and YOLO it. We'll set the correct QNH, or QFE I should say. And it doesn't look like I can actually see a comms radio here. I don't know what I've just opened, but I've opened something. Hopefully the cowl flaps. Okay, we'll just say we're flying a heading of 352. It's actually the Polish AN2 COLT in the package. I think there's about 4 liveries, if I'm not mistaken. This is the one I've tended to fly on every single time because I just like it the most. It looks just so cool. It's actually a skydiving aircraft, I think, now. It's been repurposed since the Polish military had it. Okay, and I'm just going to squawk mode Charlie. Yeah, or squawking mode Charlie already. Alright, what would be like for ATC then? Yeah, I've got Euro South, Euro West, ESOS. That's going to be Swedish control, I believe. I'm just going to check that on Vatastic before I enter the runway and get told off for it. There's normally at least one controller on in Norway this time in the evening, but apparently not tonight. I think everything that's worth doing is further south of us today. Once Vatastic loads up, we'll just move towards the runway a bit. Yeah, that's Swedish control. There was actually quite a bit of control on right now in the UK, definitely, but not so much on the continent. It doesn't matter. Let's roll with it. Anyway, hello chat. Please, I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Oh, break squeak. Turning radius problems. I don't know how to make the tail wheel in this freely castering. So what I can do is make the brake squeal a bit. That's 120 knots. Well, 120 kph. So the flight today is 150 kilometers, and airspeed in this is metric because it's Russian, and the Russians don't like messing around with stupid capitalist things like imperial measures. So we'll just level off a little and fly northbound. So as you can see, it's a very, very well modelled internal model here. It's actually quite an old model for the sim, this. All those popping sounds, I don't know if you can hear them. I can. That to do with... Alright, yeah, we can put that on. Carburetor heat. No, definitely don't need that. Fuel valve, definitely need that open. I don't know if that did the right thing or not. And let's just check our EGTs. Where would I find EGTs in this thing? All the temperature stuff seems to be like rock bottom low. Lights can come on. That's definitive. But where's, like, generators and stuff? I do apologise in advance for my noobiness. There we go. Everything's on now. See, I was flying with half the avionics turned off. Yeah, the engine EGTs are getting quite hot. They are hot, 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 very hot. So I'm flying on present heading. It's heading 352 we want to be flying, and we're heading roughly south. Alright, now it's the other way with this thing. So we'll just bring ourselves right around on 352. Anyway guys, welcome aboard the stream tonight. Welcome to the cool crew. Watching niche streamers in their best. Trying to type on a phone with one finger whilst turning an aircraft. That's 340. That's 350. That's 352. Okay, run up present heading. And then just trim forward and pull back a load more power. Alright, so I don't get this. COLT flip flaps power on. Oh my word. I thought this thing had like Ah, that's the nav radios. Yeah, that's just the marker. I had a petrified moment that that was a... What the hell is that? Is my engine on fire? No. Stop trying to freak me out, aeroplane. Ah, it's the fire... Aha, right, I need to switch bandit firepower off. Anti-fire system. There we go. We can switch that off just for a little bit. I'm starting to get the hang of this aircraft. I'm starting to get the hang of it, I promise. That's the ADF. 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 One humongous ADF. More ADFness. I'm just going to turn all the lights on. The lights are on. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, that could be an engine fire. Is it? Can't be. Am I smoking? Thick black smoke. We are nearing a final thrust. I just don't want to set fire to the engine, and I don't know how to open the cowl flaps. There we go. What's that doing? Is that getting better or worse? Oh look, there's a cockpit door on this thing. Looks remarkably USSR-esque, but... Right, if we Mayday, we Mayday. Alright? YOLO tactics this evening, gents and ladies. Anyway, hello chat. How are we doing tonight? We are like the only call sign in this part of the world right now. We've taken off from Stavangeer, and as I say, Bergen's ahead. Is there any traffic apart from us going to Bergen? Nope, just us. And I do need to file a flight plan because it doesn't look like I've found one. That's from ENZV, ENBR, alternate ENHD. I don't actually found an alternate on this trip, and it's 1810 Zulu. Time en route 45 minutes. Fuel available. SGD in Friesland. Wild. Okay, flight plan is now filed anyway. There's no controllers in our area yet. My head hurts for some weird reason. I have a drink. Yeah, I bought this energy drink called, no kidding, Pussy. So I thought, I'll try this for a laugh. It was worse than vile. Looks like I'm a few degrees off track, probably due to... Yep, I am well, more than a few degrees off track. That's an idea. There we go. Shows us how much off track, if at all off track, we actually are. A bit attacking, really. To be honest, I wish they'd rather tell me more about how to fly the damn aircraft. Fresh air selectors. Power inverters on main, yep. Yeah, the EGTs are looking okay now. Nothing's... What's this? Indication of... That's like maxed out, so's that. I don't know what those two things are indicating, and they're indicating too high. Ask carb temps. Carb temps like 0? Hang on. If I turn carb temp on. Literally me on this flight screen, but did I actually turn that on? Just out of interest. Probably not. Telephone? Okay, we don't have a telephone. ADF mode? I thought this thing was capable of VOR navigation. Apparently it's not. I'd rather go at the first officer side. He doesn't have so many scary instruments. All of his look reasonably within bounds. Oh, actually got autorotor on, which is good. Yeah, the compass on this thing's inverted by the looks of things. So, there, it's not inverted so as to any other aircraft I've so far flown. In my flat, someone could hear. I love it though. Shift to 29 minutes left till we approach the STD VOR. Yeah, it's still good, doesn't know much about me. There's 737-800 in our airspace. And when we get to Bergen, we'll be jumping in a Scandinavian 737, yeah, 800, and flying that on down to Oslo. We can climb, I suppose, this sort of climb right. What's the engine EGT's doing? That reasonably stabilised. Everything that looks like its temperature indicator is actually reasonably stable right now. And we can even see this panel. What's in this panel? So that is fuel. Alright. Can turn these on. Not quite sure what I've turned on. Oh my god, that sounds like my alarm clock. Stupid question, why is there one screen open for that window but not one for that window? Shut up, Rydell. Window heat can come off, definitely. There we go. Sorted! Oh my god, the fan's on now. Look at that, that is so cool. The fan's on. Yeah, I love this aircraft right now. And it's actually reasonably stable. I'm not even using my MLG hacks yet. I suppose I could go on Unicom really and see if there's any Unicom banter going on. That's that Norwegian 737-800. I think he is going from, let's check, he's Norwegian 72 Yankee, and he's going from Gatwick to Ålesund in Norway. Quite a long flight for him. He's still got a long way to go. Not much going on this far north, really. Oh, there's some guys going into Vagar in the Faroe Islands. Faroes, whatever. Anyway, I think we probably might even do Copenhagen tonight as well, depending on how the stream goes. I know I just tweeted about doing a flight, but yeah. I love how that just spins around and like. Well, we're not on fire yet, which is good. Just gotta keep this up for another half hour. We're doing less than 60 miles an hour. Right, let's see if we can go a bit faster. So I would like to be able to do maybe 200 kph. Look at that, opening the taps. Got to monitor the EGTs though for the duration of that minute. There we go, it's a bit better time to do 40 miles in 18 minutes. Yeah, we're doing 110 knots at the minute, guys, with a headwind. I think it's a headwind. Is it a headwind? No, it's not, it's a tailwind. Actually, what I can do is I can get rid of some of the gas that's in the aircraft and bring us down to 50 on each tank. This thing's got like an 8-hour fuel endurance without major issues, so... Okay, there we go, that's a nice speed to be holding. And we're not going too fast, not going too slow. think that fan's what's keeping the engine temperatures down. Let's see how yes, we are flying. We are pointing directly at Bergen right now, which is good. It is completely pitch black darkness now though, which is quite interesting. This is actually just FTX Global scenery. I was going to install the Norwegian scenery, but I haven't got that back in yet after my major reinstall. Sorry guys, I just got a really blocked nose today. I had actually Englishes. I had a really weird day today. I got up at about well 4 o'clock this afternoon because that's how tired I was. I thought I was over the jet lag thing, but apparently I'm not. I just find this modelling so cool. I don't know if Sibwings are still developing this, but it's just such a cool model. I mean, look at that. And obviously I know the vibrations aren't to do with this, but I'm just going to put my head through the ceiling and walk down the back of the aircraft. Right, so it's been nice knowing you all, passengers. Jump, jump, jump! Whee! Page down. That is such a cool thing. Such a cool view of the aircraft. Can I get a view of the wing? Yeah, I can get a view of the wing. It's such a small dinky thing, this. Alright, so engine all the cowls that I can open are open, I think. That's flaps. We don't need flap. Emergency flaps up. What's this then? Air intake filter definitely open. Actually, we don't need a filter on the air intake. Generators connected, fuel meters are connected, all this stuff's now got on, which is cool. Everything in this aircraft's mechanical, nothing in this aircraft isn't mechanical, which I just find so weird. But yeah, it's pretty cool to fly actually. Cool to fly. Carb heat not required. Actually, we can turn it on because it's quite cold outside, I think. Yeah, don't put your finger through that. It's not good. Yeah, we'll put a carb heat on. That'll lose us a little bit of power, but we can afford that now that we're in the cruise. Looking out over this one. Can I open the window? Yes, I can. I just need to take a screenshot of this. My typing is just gone now. There we go. Screenshot has been taken. Close the window now. Let it warm back up again. Yeah, it's just so cool. I just need to set a pilot's eye point though. Should be about this. You can see the amount of stuff I've got that's just clogging this sim down. could have looked around the outside, I suppose. Okay, not with the cockpit model we couldn't. Yeah, you can see it's meant to look like a dragon, I think. That's what it's meant to be anyway. So, yeah. I just love flying vintage aircraft for some reason right now. Yeah, my mouse is currently blinking and it's on low power, so I'm going to have to put a new battery in that. Hopefully it'll last till the end of the stream. Yeah, the aircraft is pretty good though. This isn't trimmed out, by the way. I did use a cheat and I put the autopilot on to hold us at 2,000 feet on the money actually, which is pretty good. So that was our failed altitude, so just gonna have a look at where we are in terms of Vaptastic. So yeah, that Norwegian I told you about is actually currently about 10 miles from Bergen. We're about a third of the way there now. Wow, it's dark. I'm probably going to change the time of day to daytime because this is getting a little bit on the not too amusing side now. What's our present heading? So if we're just going to might have to course adjust to the left a bit. I'm going to see what we're like in terms of our lineup on Bergen. Actually, we're pretty good in terms of lining up on Bergen. Let's just have a look at the GPS. Yeah, we're a little bit off to the left of track, but no biggie. 13 miles till our first waypoint, which is about halfway. I'm just going to check what the... Yeah, it's actually, it's more than halfway. We've got 57 kilometres to go after this, which is pretty good. I wish I had a better internet speed. Oops, daisy. So, what's our landing speed then? Airshow speed. Ha ha ha. Cruise is... Alright, 750 inches of mercury. In terms of... Alright, we're going for a very fast cruise then. What's our RPM? And what's a fast cruise in this thing? I'm just going to keep it at the power we had it at, actually. I mean, full power is that. That's like 70% thrust, which is about how hard you push the engines on a jetliner in the cruise. Oh, this is really black. Yeah, I'm just going to course adjust slightly to the right. Time for my last sweet. Promised myself I would go on a diet. This is my last sweet for the rest of this week. Promise. I've said it on stream. It's official. Yeah. I'm gonna check my micro was actually on there. Shooting of Tamir Rice. This is just going to be one of those streams, I think. Now, I want a text to pause update, but I can't because I haven't got an accurate ETA on my landing in Bergen yet. Actually, let's stuff that. Let's just go direct to Bergen. Direct to E. N. B. N bar. No, we're not going to N bar. We're going to the NBR. Friesland, Bergen, Friesland. 15 minutes to go, guys. Let's go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Da 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 da. 30 miles, guys. 30 miles to go. Wahoo! Wahoo! Got my head. Yeah, temp UGTs are looking pretty sensible right now. It's because it's so cold outside. I think we can afford to push the aircraft that a little bit harder. A little bit bumpety. Oh look, there's an airport. That's ENHD. Nah. Random airport. Oops. My people, they need me. Guys, I'm kind of, as I say, I've got a few videos in mind. I'm going to do one tomorrow, which should be going live in the course of next week. Not because I'm a lazy person, just because I've actually got that many videos ahead now. And it's going to be to do a 2-part video flying from Seattle in Washington State all the way down to Sydney, Australia. Because I'm a good pilot, and yeah, I'm from Australia and all that, yeah. Because I'm like, I'm called Bruce. But yeah, that's the plan, and then I'm going to do a round the world trip from there. I think I say that in the video as well, just in case you kind of forget me saying it on here. All right, I've got a checks. I have a checklist. I love you. Okay. Oh wow, this is a long checklist. I think that perhaps this might be a little bit of a bad idea. Actually, I'm more than halfway through. Taxi checks. Takeoff checks. Climb checks. Cruise checks. So, oil temps. Where are oil temps? That's potentially the oil temperatures. Or is that the oil temperature? That's the oil temps. So the oil temps are at the higher end of good, but they're still good. CHT. That's fuel state. So yeah, notice this poop. And that is something in the ration. That could be a little bit excessively high. Oil pressures looks good. That's COLT temp. Compressor pressure 45. I don't even know where to find that anymore. But yeah. That is me hoping that is an airspeed indication. Yeah, the wind's blowing the wrong way right now. For this sort of altitude. Voltages look good. Flaps 0. Okay, descent checks are going to be they're going to be handy. 220 kph, so its present speed is maximum descent speed, which is good to know. Carb heat if OAT is less than 15, definitely on. Park brakes, I'll just tap those, so that means they're at 0. Air pressure, so flaps not required yet. Landing speed is 140 kph on here. And tail wheel locking needs to be on. That's on there. Go to the runway. Okay, sweet. And then we just do our taxi here. Again, I'm not quite sure how much you're supposed to fly around with the there's no, I suppose there's no smoke coming out the back of the aircraft anymore, so we did something right. Also, guys, I've worked out a live stream from my phone. So if I'm doing like out and about stuff, I can do a live stream from my phone for you guys, and then upload it to the interwebs, which is going to be pretty handy actually. So if I need to, if I need to do a last minute video, which I haven't had a chance to do, and it's just like, sorry guys, I'm stuck somewhere, I could even do it from being on the bus. It'll probably be the laggiest ever video you've seen from me. That out doing my FSX videos, but yeah. Anyway, we can close the cockpit door now. Oh my god, it did not want to close. There we go, it's closed. But I do really love the COLT. It's my first proper flight with it, first extended VFR trip with it. You can wow, the wind's just changing directions like anything right now. What's our present heading? What are we looking at in terms of intercept to the airport? Def right now. I am using autopilot just to keep our swings level and selecting the pitch angle, then getting the autopilot to hold it basically. Right, this is just scary now. The reason that I felt that was scary was that was deflecting, and I couldn't, like, if I'm flying normally like this, I've got a reasonably well-defined horizon, but it's quite dark now, so and there's clouds, so the horizon's more difficult to pick up. I really hate using a phone to type messages. Yeah, but this is Orbex Global. You can see underneath this. You can't see much of it because it's obviously nighttime and all that, but it does look pretty cool in my opinion. And it's a very low level flight. This, I suppose, in the real world they'd probably go a bit higher, but I thought we'd go scenic and just enjoy what the views that Norway has to offer us this evening. Norway is a massive country. Fun fact actually, if you were going to draw a geographical central point of Europe, it wouldn't, I would have pegged it somewhere like the middle of the area of the Czech Republic. That's kind of just about central within Europe. Nope. Apparently it's Oslo. Because Norway and all the Scandinavian countries, Norway and all the Scandinavian countries are so incredibly long, it actually works out that works. They're just really long and thin. Yeah, apparently I've got more than takeoff power applied to the engine right now, which I'm not inclined to believe. I reckon I'm looking at the RPM gauge and I just haven't found the inches of mercury gauge yet. And that's what I reckon's happened. Or the millimetres of mercury. Okay, so apparently we're approaching Oslo right now. Sorry, Bergen. Got no visual on it. It's the airport's about 10 miles away, so I'm just going to manoeuvre us. There we go. Onto the approach. Can you guys see more through OBS than I can through this? That sometimes is the case, but no, not today. I suppose the airport's probably just not rendering in yet. Oh look, there's a ferry. There it is, I can just about make it out just over the nose now. We're in a slight descent from 2000. Actually, we shouldn't be in that much of a descent even yet, right now. I think what we'll do is just idle throttle at a certain distance before the threshold and just descend at idle. And then land it, basically. I can just about make out the runway lights. I think I'm actually positioned on the ILS, am I? Well, intercepting the ILS quite loosely. So if I just do this... Ladies and gents, boys and girls, we're coming in for a landing at Bergen. Thanks for flying with us today. And we'll see you all in the next one. I'm not going to cut the stream after this, hopefully. I might actually, because what's my VAS looking like right now? That'll be the primary deciding factor. What the VAS looks like when I land, because if it's high, I'm going to cut the VAS here, go down and speak to my dad for a bit, because he's just been out all day. And it's the first time I kind of heard him was when I was starting the stream up. So, VAS rates... Actually, it's only 1.5 in terms of FSX, which ain't too bad. I've known it to be a lot worse than this. ENBR traffics. You got some departures, but he's long gone. You got me coming in, who's been flying for 45 minutes. Ain't half bad, duck. Ain't half bad. Okay. So I'm just going to use the GPS to work out roughly where I am again. Okay, I'm happy with this sort of intercept angle on the runway. Which gives us a little bit of a final, obviously, but not much of a final. If I just search for myself. So I've only just recently discovered Vatawire, which I've got to say looks pretty damn cool, and I'm just saying I quite like using it actually at the minute, just for monitoring where I've actually managed to make it to on these flights. And there's some continents Africa I've never even touched it in terms of VATSIM. But I've got like 45 odd hours on VATSIM right now, which I'm quite happy with. Bear in mind I only started doing VATSIM about 2 months ago. Most of my videos are actually done on VATSIM just in case a controller comes online. But the only time it becomes idiotic is when there's some 4-year-old decides they want to come on into your videos with an F-16, tries cutting you up in midair, which kind of wastes a heck of a lot of your time. Especially if it's something like the... I did a 16-hour trip once actually, but I'll talk about that a little bit after when I land. Because it's a pretty long flight, the one I want to do, which would be Seattle to Sydney. As I said, that's going to be going live in the next week or so. Because I was going to fly it today, but I kind of slept in, so I couldn't really do it. Because as I say, it's 14 hours, and I don't believe in fast forwarding, but we are, and all that. Is there a descent power setting? No, there isn't. Right. I can just do this and just nose the aircraft over a bit into a descent and just follow the approach, really. As you can see, we're descending roughly on profile for the landing. I'll just do a quick text to ENBR traffic, even though there's nobody hanging around. Okay. So we're landing on runway 35 today at Bergen. A little bit of flap out. Just help bring the speed off. I'm actually level. It's just as I say to bring the speed off because we're still doing 200 kph, which doesn't sound fast, but in this thing the landing speed's like 100 miles an hour, so about 70 knots. full. Bit of power, bit of power, bit of power. Stop the descent. Full flap now. Wow, the aircraft's just pitching up wildly. It's back on profile though, roughly. Got a little bit of a crosswind from the right. I'm just going to get rid of the HUD now. Too slow, too slow. I've got to say, this aircraft slows down so easy. It's like, I thought I was, I'm going to be vacating maybe second to third taxiway, I think. Depending how good the brakes are. Okay, we'll just dive down now. It won't let me exceed 100 kph. Wow. I'm going to power on dive just to make sure I actually descend in time. And now we're indicating all right, but that doesn't really matter in this sort of an aircraft as long as we touch down after where the markers are. Okay, I might touch down a little bit on the early side here, but that's no biggie for me anyway. The aircraft's just floating. There we go. Oop, we're down. Nose wheels down. The nose is down, I should say. Tail wheels down. Forgot how bad the view was from this thing. There we go. So just vacate. Where's our first available right? Not yet, basically. Flaps are up. Few things we can switch off now are the landing lights, strobe lights, transponder, get a bit of speed going, unlock the tail wheel cast ring. Do we have control over the tail wheel? No, I don't. What about now? Yeah, I've got a little bit too little power on for the generator to work. So we're going to set up for our next leg of this odyssey through the Nordic nation. That is Norway. But yeah, I think with this stream I kind of saw the aircraft. I haven't flown it for ages, so I thought, you know what, I'll fly it. And I thought, well, I could do this since like a Dash 8, but it'd be done in about 10 minutes. Instead it's taken us an hour. So about 6:30, 7 o'clock now, time for me to go and get something to eat, so I'm going to cut the stream here. And I've actually quite enjoyed flying this aircraft, because it's much different to what I normally end up flying. Let's see if I can remember which stand I can go for. I think it's 26 small. Oh, crumbs! I forgot that I was meant to click that button. Oh well, can't fix that. Throttle's now idled. So we're now on point, so that can come off, that can come off, that can close. That's the engine off. Okay, now we can just go through here and cycle all of this to off. Should we leave the cabin light on to let the passengers get off? Shift cockpit light on for a little bit as well. Because the nav, taxi, there we go, and these switches down here all go to the off position too. So, ladies and gents, whoa, voice break! Oh, for God's sake! There we go. That's probably a better stand for us as well, that I've just swapped us to gate 10. Yeah, well, anyway, so, ladies and gents, I'm just going to get GSX to come up and... Okay, I've just crashed my FSX. So I'm going to cut the stream here, and I'll come back in about 20 minutes to half an hour's time,